moving on, in several different interviews, Randy confirmed we are getting these sweet, sweet play sets. So we got Donnie's lab, the kitchen, and the living room. Does NECA show anything at NYCC? Usually not anything to this extent, if they do. What are your thoughts on the play sets, man? Like, I know they're a lot of space.
Yeah, okay. I love that it's really nicely under the other play set, the Street Dio, and certain I'm getting all of it. It's going to be very expensive to do that, but yeah, I mean, it was wonderful to hear that all the additional stuff was also coming. So we're going to get the transporter, the dimensional transporter there. We're going to be getting. I know that was a question a lot of folks had. Also, was is this just something that they're using for instead of some of the shots, and now we know we're getting that as well.
I will say this also. If you don't want to wait, go check out Made 1979 Customs. Dude kills it. His dioramas second to none. So I was sitting here looking at Donnie's lab, right? The one thing
right
that isn't there
the
is
big
that damn does machines. He doesn't have his oversized coffee maker. Like, it was the one thing. Like, I saw this and I'm just like, oh, what room is this? Oh, it's got to be Donnie's lab. I'm like, where the fuck is his machine? Like,
right? It still has got to come. I'm sure it will. There's no way that they are doing all the rest of these add-ons without getting the giant coffee machine.
So do you want to hear a really insane prediction? So I noticed when I got the neutrinos, which that's a whole thing for another time, but all the tech that they come with, there are some things that make a lot of sense for the neutrinos. There were some little bits that I was like, these look like they go together with something. These look like they'll clip into something. And my brain is going, are they going to slowly build out this damn machine over like the course of years? Like, and just be like, oh, you had the machine this whole time. And then be like, ah. It seems like something that would be like kind of a backdoored custom, but I don't know. It's that thing where I sat there staring at a bunch of my accessories that I have in my bin, and I'm like, wait a second. I'm
it was with you all along. Yeah.
And I do gotta say, like, I sat here and I pored over a lot of this because, like, there's that's actually from the neutrino set, that's from the pre-mutation set and such. But like, I was looking over this and I'm just trying to like scrub every image. I'm like, oh, there's got to be Easter eggs, and like this might have been like the first one in a long time that there wasn't like a really blatant Easter egg that of like a reveal, because you have the Midnight Avenger, who's the Dark Turtle, essentially. But you could look around here, and even I zoomed in. I have like the 300 DPI file of this. I'm like, oh, it's gibberish and a wiring guide. But I don't know.
I noticed above there were some Easter eggs in the top diorama. Not the sewer layer.
We'll get there too. We'll get there too.
Well, I'll say this though. I believe with some of the other items that are coming, I would expect there to be other stuff that might be coming with them.
Oh, for sure. Also, I like that you get the first kind of look of the baby turtles, as well as crazy enough, you have 4 Donatellos in this one display, because you have 1, you have 2, you have 3, and you have 4 because you have the turtles in the cage. 4 Donnies, 1 display. Is it weird? The most excited about that dot matrix printer? Not at all. Gotta love that dot.
I love that. And then they had the TV in the other part of it too.
Yep. And again, like, you look at that transporter. I'm so stoked for that. Just like, I love there's again. We get the reveal of the baby turtle. Not baby turtles. The turtle kids. Very, very cool. Very, very adorable. I love that Leo is the one reading, because he's responsible. Meanwhile, Donnie has his stick. It's looking like he's going to whack the wall.
I didn't see if they had an extra skateboard that was going to go with them, though, because that was, if you remember from the episode, that was like, yeah.
Well, and I'm wondering, because again, we haven't gotten the solicitation for these guys yet. So, but I love Mikey hanging off. It is funny, like, this was the first show in a very, very long time that, like, usually you look at the displays and it's like seamless. This was the first show that, like, I was seeing a lot of the hot glue because they were putting so much together. Image numero uno. There's a giant hot glue string coming off the Triceraton. And I was like, oh.
It's a keen eye you got there. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where I'm like, huh. Also, there's some funny stuff like, okay, you have the mirror with a rivet sticking out of it.
Oh, fuck.
I'm like, oh. I mean, again, it's stuff that I think is fun because it shows the process of them putting it together. Also, the busted open roadkill Rodney.
Yeah.
And again, my favorite parts of the Mouser pack, the busted up Mousers. Just so many cool things. And yeah, here you go. Not a single damn thing outside of looking at this, which I think is supposed to be a sewer map. Because these look like buildings. I don't know.
I was going to ask you if you noticed any other Easter eggs in the printout. If there was like maybe it was something from the game or something where you know.
Dude, I was staring at it, and outside of like the projector up top, like I didn't get it. What did I miss, Mr. Geeky?
No, I'm not suggesting that I know.
Well, okay, I legit, man. I looked and scrubbed these like so hard. Are you looking for the pictures of the street style BSD? Yes, I am, Mitch. You are correct. Jeff, yeah, the Lair dios. Holy crap. Mona Lisa, very exciting. Also, we got Mr. Steady's helmet, which poor Does Machines was like, oh, they finally did it. But so we getting a re-release? Are we getting an accessory pack? You know, like I'm down for whatever. Thought in that episode Mikey didn't transform into a baby. Did he do it? Maybe a flashback?
Yeah, I think you're right. There was definitely one of the turtles that did not transform, but it could have been another episode that
didn't work. Sorry, I was trying to pull up the image from Mitch for afterwards. But with Mona Lisa, you get Dirk Savage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just it's Bruce Campbell. Like,
it really is. Yeah. That jaw.
It's flipping amazing. I mean, again, they're going deep with some of these characters, which I'm all for. Like I said, there's a Toon accessory pack coming. Oh, okay, cool. I missed that one.
The Turtle Tots, I think, are part of
that. Okay. See, I listened to so many things and went through so many images. My brain's all kinds of scattered. Don't love the sculpt for Mona Lisa, I must say. I don't know. I think it's also kind of the pose. She's not really doing anything. Well, you know what I mean? She's going, you guys. I'm not Venus. You know what I mean though. Like I'm guessing they had so much that they were setting up. You know, like Dirk has kind of that dynamic douchey stance, like of a space hero from the 1940s, which I love.
It does really kind of remind me of Dan Dare a little bit, doesn't it?
Oh,
it's
definitely.
Like, yeah, but I think he's like, I think supposed to be based off of Dirty Harry.
Is he?
Dirty Harry, and I think there's probably this like very quintessential 80s machismo, and you know, like.
Oh, I mean, he I would say obviously he's not modeled after Bruce Campbell, but I could see him being modeled after Snake Plissken. You know,
for sure.
Like, you know, you got the eye patch, you got the, you know,
there are so many in that era. But you could say, yeah.
Flash Gordon, little everything.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, we get Scrag. Like he's there. That's the final Loot Crate figure, right? Because he was if you bought them all, you get Scrag. And he looks great. But it is also a cool thing to realize that now we have 3 of that gang, which is pretty awesome. And I mean, you could put Bebop and Rocksteady behind them to kind of fill out the ranks a little bit more, even though that they are mutated. But just stand them in front of the other, you know? Like all of a sudden it's like, ooh, thought he was...
Yeah, I feel like we're going to be seeing some more of those pretty soon. I mean, now that we have, I feel like with the Rocksteady buck there too, you know, that's kind of similar to the Dumbo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping they're not another 4-pack. You know, maybe a 2-pack here or there, because it's 6 or 7 members that we see on like the regular from the group, if I'm remembering correctly. Mm-hmm. And then there's a bunch of like randos that you kind of see as just thugs, mugs, and such.
Well, and I guess the question is too if they are going to try and combine with some of those the punks, right? Some of the, I think it was like Red. There are some other notable punks there too that they might decide to.
For sure. Dork Chop, that is the trap that actually comes with the frogs in the first 2-pack. Oh, Neil Robinson asking, Mr. Geeky, did you get the pre-mutation set?
Oh yeah, I don't have it in hand yet, but I got it when the pre-order went up.
Okay, I was gonna say, did you get it on the pre-order or did you get it at the show?
I'd have to move it all the way back with me if I got it at the show. So I was like,
makes sense.
I'm gonna do the pre-order. When I saw that came up, I was like,
Moving on to what might be my favorite reveal of the Toon Turtles specifically. You got MACC.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the weaponized Johnny 5. I'm so stoked that we're getting MACC. Literally 2 of my favorite robots from the entire cartoon show got revealed at this show. We'll get to the other in a second. Actually, you know what? That one was revealed on your exclusive interview available on your channel with Rex.
Yeah, Rex was there too, and Rex looked phenomenal. Yeah, MACC. And MACC, from what I talked to Trevor, and I think from what I recall, I think MACC is also part of that accessory set.
Oh, cool. Right on. Damn, that's going to be an expensive accessory set. There's the helmet and the lazily posed Mona Lisa. But this was another one. Friggin' Bugman? Like, all right, we got the tease of him with the paper accessories from the 2-packs with the Bugman comics. And there he is, Mikey's main man.
Well, I guess I have 2 questions immediately from this. First of all, I have a statement also. Statement is, the 2 questions are, will he have the ability to change into his human form as well? Because I didn't see the pieces there. But then secondly, who's he going to be paired with? Is it going to be the Swatter? Are we going to Electro Zapper?
Is it weird that my first thought was, could he be one of like the deluxe releases, come with a bunch of comics and come with a fully like mutatable body? Because I mean, technically, if you swap out the head, take off the backpack accessories and the tail, and I guess you'd have to swap the boots too. But you know, technically they could leave that. But we've seen a 2-in-1 figure before with Irma, with Vern. So I don't know. Bugman kind of creeps me out, but it's cool. Oh, Rex is always in effect, baby. It's screaming for ultimates for me. Yeah, it's friggin' Bugman.
Yeah.
Again, another figure, another character that I'm like, all right, we're doing a superhero from a superhero show that's the superhero to the superhero. Some meta figure. There's that big, lovely bastard protecting his main lady. Which I saw this, and my first thought was, could Irma be an accessory for Rex? Like. He's huge. Holy crap.
There's some fun additional Irmas that I would love to see in this too. And kind of, right. I'm hoping we'll see a super Irma at some point. Or a moth Irma.
Right. Oh my God, this is so dope. It looks like they're implementing some of the metal head hinges there, so we'll get some spectacular gun action, maybe. In the VHS, you can put the VHS in there to. Right.
Yeah.
I think I'm up to 3 VHSs now for like the accessory. I'm like, I can label some of these. We need a quarter scale Irma. I think they'd make April before her, but just guessing.
The attack of the was 150 foot, 50 foot or 100?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, the
also,
bigger.
Mr. Ryan Clark, it's a solid grab there. Can't go wrong with Sectars. Super Bebop and Super Rocksteady. Or no, they're not that, because that's what they called the mecha versions, right?
Yeah, it's Mighty as
Mighty Bebop and
oh my gosh, for years I always said the wrong name because in my mind it was Mighty and Super.
Yeah,
but those are the robots.
You get the superhero Bebop and Rocksteady. I love that Rocksteady comes with the peace hand, so you can have these guys saving the day.
Now we just gotta get them as potatoes, right?
Right. Also, another bomb and the blaster.
There was one that had the nose on it too.
Yeah, I don't know if I got an image of that, to tell you the truth.
The sniffer gun.
Rhinoman was Rocksteady, right? I honestly don't remember.
Yeah.
I think Rhinoman and Mighty Bebop, Jamie says. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Either way, they're cool looking. And if you don't want to get this 2-pack when it comes out, that Walmart re-release of the classic is coming out as well.
Chakahachi.
What do you think?
Freaking cool. That's what I think. See, here's the thing. There's so many heavy hitters this time around where it was like we got Lotus Blossom here. Well, we'll see it in a second. But yes, I was really happy with that. We're going to be getting a lot of deep dive characters, I think. But it's always fun for me to see that because I'm like, even though I'm expecting it, at the same time, it's unexpected.
Oh, hell yeah. Is it weird that my first thought when I saw this was, damn, I wish his hands and like all his skin was transparent blue. I don't know why, but man, I thought that would have been cool. I know with the cartoon line, they go Pantone. They go dead on to the animation, but that would have been a cool variant. Well,
I mean, 1/4 scale on this guy too. If you remember,
right.
I mean, yeah.
He grows.
But yeah, no, 100% agreement on the transparent. That would have been fun.
But Mitch, look how much you've learned. And then, who is this, Mr. Geeky? Who is this?
Well, it's Lotus. It's Lotus slash early Karai.
Yeah. Shredder's daughter, but not Shredder's daughter because they didn't want to get into that.
There's no question. It is. She was
Karai through and through. There it is. There's the nose.
Well, and so I don't want to get ahead of where we're going here yet, but because of one thing that was kind of hidden, I was kind of almost hoping that we'd see in Fred Wolf style Karai head as well.
Oh, that would have been cool. I mean, I wouldn't say this is far off from what a Fred Wolf style Karai would look like, but it's still awesome.
Yeah.
I'm very stoked for this. When I was a little kid, I loved this episode. I thought it was so cool. My Leo needs a girlfriend. Moving on, and I'm sure my images will bounce around because I noticed that there was a couple missing there. Last Ronin figures, additional to what we've already seen. These based on the man, the myth, the legend, Ben Bishop's artwork, who hopefully will be coming on here eventually. These are stunning. Last Ronin, baby. They remade Muckman in Glow in the Dark, so a transparent figure isn't a huge stress. True. I think we'd have to get him released once before we get that transparent variant, though. And again, I don't know how many people are going to be like, oh,
right.
I need 2 of those.
Muckman maybe a little bit more on the shelf. People would get who that is right away. You know?
Yeah, these are dope. Through the grapevine, it's been found out that there is more coming, which is very, very exciting. These are dead on. I don't know what else to say. The sculpt work, the line work. As someone who's known Ben for a while, these, you know, been following his artwork. This is so cool. Like, now I want aggregate figures. Like, just see more of his artwork come to life. Also, as soon as I saw this, I knew exactly what it was, but my first thought went to, is that Rookie from Batman?
Right. Well, and it kind of has almost a nobody vibe to it too.
But I dig that though. Well, you know, it looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. And it's a great RV builder too.
Right? Is it bad that I was hoping this was going to be a 2-pack? Needs whole on the shelf.
That's the hard thing with these, with the IDW and the Archie stuff, is that it's like I see the characters, I'm like, oh, I'm not getting them all at once.
Yeah.
Gotta wait.
The leader of the crew again, absolutely crazy cool looking. Again, the funny thing is, like, seeing these, I'm just like, I want these heads to put onto normal turtles now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, toss that on a normal Raph, and toss that on a normal Leo, and oh my god, Ben Bishop style, you know, turtles would be great. Although that could be another box set.
Mm-hmm. There's elements where you could turn that into like a City Fall Leo too, potentially.
Yep. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Moving over to some monsters, there's Robo's boy, the Invisible Donnie. This is great. This is spot on. I think this head sculpt is what sold it to me, even though whenever they give the turtles hair, it's always weird to me. Mm-hmm. But the invisible feet and hands that are coming with as well.
Yeah, were they going to have an invisible head too, like they had?
I don't think so. I'm not positive on that, but I don't ever remember reading anything about that. I mean, you could just take the head off and then, ooh, it's invisible.
Yeah, true. With the Playmates one, they had you could take off the bandage and then there's the right.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah,
I remember feeling overwhelmed when NECA showed their TMNT display at Toy Fair 2020. This makes me pale in comparison. How about spirit transparent versions of the 3 brothers? I'd totally be down.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, Mitch throwing shade. The best Donnie is the one you can't see. Also, I read this comment, and I read it as Mickey, not Mikey. And I was like, Mickey moment? I don't think they can do that. But lots of little hidey holes back here with the pizza monsters chilling out back there. And okay, so here's my question, because we talked about Barney Stockman before. Do you think the Baxter with the Shredder helmet is supposed to be their homage to Barney?
Well, that was from the Eye of Sarnath episode. My understanding is that they are going to still do Barney.
Coming in, hey, better late than never, dude. Welcome to the madness.
I'm really happy that we have that, the helmet Baxter there, but I do think they're probably still going to do Barney at some point. I'll say too, what might be fun for a Baxter variant would be, like, if you remember, there's the episode where, like, the transformation where he's kind of electrocuted. Yeah. And he kind of turns into almost translucent. Yeah. That would be that'd be kind of neat.
More the merrier. Also, more of that sweet dot matrix paper. I noticed this in the background. I thought that was kind of neat. Also, they got a gaming system.
Yeah,
VCR.
It was interesting to me that was like kind of based off of Super Nintendo versus Nintendo.
Right. But I think this is what their cartridge, their game system looked like.
Did it in the series?
Yeah, because it basically has the Nintendo joystick, and I think this was just kind of the wild over the top. Also, stack of VHS tapes, always nice. See, that was the original pick I found a MACC, and I'm like, oh, I gotta find a better one. Oh, there we go. The Dark Turtle, Bat Turtle, Dark Donnie, whatever you want to call him. Again, this and Armaggon. Actually, I just realized Armaggon was not shown.
No, I noticed it when I got back, and I was like kind of just like looking through pictures, and I was like, oh wait. There was no Armaggon there. Yeah, I'm excited to see those when we start to have those roll out. But yeah, Dark Turtle Donnie was pretty sleek.
Right on. Wired cape in the line. Yeah, like look at that.
I immediately thought too when I saw that. Remember G-Clef? There's G-Clef, and there was the Phantom of the Sewers that also had that cape.
The funny thing is I sat here and stared and stared and stared at this image. So I was like, there's got to be Easter eggs. There's got to be something. And I'm like, what about this guy? I'm like, oh, that's That's his. Damn it. Oh, Brody Perkins posted 3D renders of those Lair accessories on his Instagram, the TV, the gaming system, etc. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Thanks, Last. Here, we can start talking turtles. Damn it, Mixie. Correction, Dave. No arcade turtles were shown at SDCC, ditched entirely in favor of Mirage and Archie. But, again, the Loot Crate figure remains to be the last. There he is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, Mr. Geeky, and I'm sorry if I let the government name slip a few times. I saw that, and my first thought was, I could make a really cool Mr. Geeky figure. With that head, just, rah! Like, turtle fanboy Mr. Geeky. It'd be great.
My rusting face is just,
just so excited. But it's so happy. It's so happy. You're a happy gent. But yeah, again, these look killer. We're gonna mainline some images. There we go. Oh, my boy Mikey. I'm so excited. So excited. But yeah, no fully transparent head sculpt. I'm wondering, because I did just notice this, and it might just be a hard line in the sculpt. I'm wondering if this bandage can come off of a transparent sculpt.
I wonder. Well,
because I noticed it looks a little bulky, and like if you look down here, how it comes up like that, I'm guessing that's neck, but you could, hold it on with the goggles, and that would be completely transparent.
Absolutely. Well, and that's the thing is, we didn't know about the storage shell component to the other one until we saw the packaging stuff. So I wonder if that's because we didn't get to see the back of this to see,
what's
very
there
might be coming.
Well, and with the popped collar too, I feel like that's a really nice way of hiding the sculpt too, so you don't really notice it. I'm still geeking the F out about this Mikey. We already seen him, but it's still really cool.
Did your mind go to Codename Chameleon, by the way, when you saw that trench coat a little bit?
A little bit. Yeah. Here we have the Judith Hogue Bride of Frankenstein. Very, very cool looking. I love the rats.
With the eyes. Yeah.
And the bonsai for Frank and Raph. Again, very, very cool looking. We'd already seen all the pretty promotional pictures and everything. Oh, Randy did say the bandaged head for Invisible Donnie was hollow. Oh, it's hollow. That's cool.
All right. So I think that's a partial answer there. I'm guessing, yeah.
Right on. And then Donald ducking it. Friggin' Splinter in disguise. I know it's Van Helsing, but I'm like, give him pants. You gave him a coat and gloves. Like, why's he got to Donald Duck it? Could you not have given him pants?
He's got to jump around a lot. He's got to get that range.
Yes. Oh, what up, Michael Palmer? How's it going? How's it going? Been a minute since I've been able to check a live stream. Did you already talk about those clothes, TMNT loyal subjects? We'll get there, Michael. We'll get there. But yeah, this is the only one that I didn't order. Is the Van Helsing?
Yeah. Yeah. The answer is yet. I'm sure you. I know you. I know that's only a matter of time.
Yeah, but okay. I didn't I pre-ordered the other ones because I was like, I'm not taking a chance. Like, get these in, it'll be great. Whoa, as awesome as they are, I can't help but feel that Splinter and Donnie have a little less creativity than the first few. I could see that. I mean, they're really, really cool, but yeah, it's very, very strange. Donnie makes sense. Splinter is confusing to me just because it's like, all right, he's supposed to hunt the monsters.
To me, it would be a better fit for Shredder in this scenario. What's fun to me about this whole line is that, the sky's the limit in terms of what they can do. Who's to say they won't use other characters for those we've seen too.
I'm hoping we get Shredder Dracula and a bunch of foot soldier vampires. I'm for it.
The steak instead of the Shredder, the steak. I was surprised that we didn't see any more. I know there's a couple more that have been teased that are coming from that line still as well. So yeah, I think they said there was 8 so far that they have fully sculpted of the Universal Monster characters, and so I was kind of anticipating that we would see another tease, but not yet. they gotta leave something for a little down the road here too. Okay, 2 things. Did you see on the side of the diorama building there was some new pictures too?
Yeah.
Did you have that picture? I don't want to
I don't actually. I'm sorry. Okay. I was trying to find it before the stream, and I'm like, well, I had it Monday. Like, where the hell did it go?
The one that stuck out to me was AJ Howard because and that makes. I mean, you got Dirk on there, so that makes sense. But it would be fun, I think, if you could get the skin, the shed away head there that turns, where it's like, here's mutant snail, maybe with one of those like only one-time use characters.
You're right
like the
there.
giraffe.
Not you, Boo, but Boo Cat. Sorry.
Oh. Then in the window, did you have the picture of that or not? It was fun to me because of the additional doors that seemed like they could be. Yeah.
Last Ronin in Fred Wolf style. Very, very cool. Yeah, I don't know. I really dig it. Also, a bunch of other fun images. Also, when I saw this, I'm like, is this like crazy party time Raph? Like, is he getting naked? Is this blurred out by Instagram?
Just all pixelated?
Just exactly. It's just like, what? Yeah. But yeah, definitely like such a cool door, like across the streams, literally, you know, cross Fred Wolf, you know, you got Fred Wolf into my Mirage, or you got Mirage into my Fred Wolf. You know, you got IDW into my Archie. Well, technically, anyways, but yeah.
Well, yeah, when you think about it from that perspective, there's a whole lot more doors that open on that towards expanding out that iteration of it too.
You have some ice cream
pizza. I mean, I'll say this: if Last Ronin could be in Fred Wolf style, so could Dog Pound in Fred Wolf style. In theory,
oh yeah. Oh
you know?
Man, did you just give me the 2012 turtle straight up?
Yeah.
Adam, are they naked?
Oh,
yeah, a little bit. They got belts. So Best Action unveiled these variants, and thank you, Mitch, for grabbing these. I know there's a couple other images out there, but the street style turtles, there's 4 of them. And the funny thing about this is this look is shown on the back of the packaging for Usagi Yojimbo. Which is kind of wild. So it's interesting to me that Best Action is diving into more of the cartoon variants, where they also already did some Mirage and they did some video game looks. So it's like, okay, like, what are you gonna do next, man? Because this seems sketch. Because again, crossing so many streams.
There's a lot to do. There's so much content there. I'm sure I will be buying all of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yes, that's coming out first from
Best Action.
The best action. I'm sure I will be getting it from there, but I will also be getting it from NECA and whoever else puts those street.
I'm throwing it out there. And I know I crap on that line a lot. Wait for NECA, because my goodness, those Best Actions.
I know what you're talking about with the shell and how it was like the connector.
Oh no, it's just the quality. The quality is what's a bummer, considering that they're almost $20 figures. That's what gets me. Yeah, Forgiven 03 Turtles, I'm down. Again, I think there's all sorts of crazy that's tied up with the 03 license. I don't understand why, but every time that I've heard it come up in a licensing conversation or, you know, any other thing, like, it's always this myriad of reasons why it took so long to get to streaming and took so long to do this. And I'm just like, okay, all right.
Was that a crossover between when Viacom picked up?
I think so. Laugh says you get a turtle license and you get a turtle license and you get a turtle license.
Well, I guess maybe a loophole to that could be if they're like, you know, with NECA in particular, if they're doing the stuff in the Fred Wolf style, potentially they could be doing 03 characters, but in that style, and then it's something
which would be awesome. Renette, hopefully me and Savanti Romero, that would be dope.
That one I was shocked we didn't see, honestly, at the convention.
Best Action Shredder is so tiny and fragile, his elbow joints want to break so badly. I'm afraid to even look at them too hard. Yeah, I got my hands on a foot soldier and I returned it. I was like, maybe the human construction's a little different. And I got it out of the packaging, and literally getting him out of the plastic shell, I was like, this is gonna break. Like, and I was so bummed. I was like, damn it. I tried to give it another go, and it was still like, darn.
I like the packaging. The packaging on that it reminded me of Kung Fu. Do you remember the old game? That's what.
Oh, yeah. Their packaging is on point. Like, I nearly bought the friggin' $75 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive packs that they had up on BBTS, because I was like, that's a really cool packaging. Then I'm like, oh crap, it's still filled with crap. On Nightwing, I'm with you, Graham. Bummed Mezco didn't show their turtles off, but they didn't show much new, to be quite honest.
Do we think that's going to go pretty far into the line for Mezco?
I have a feeling it's going to be like Popeye. I think we'll get the 4 turtles. We might get a variant of 1 or 2 of them, or another variant 4-pack. But I think, again, I'm guessing. I don't know, but I'm guessing that might be all we see, because those were shown off last year, and that was the last we heard. Or no, was that Toy Fair this year? Feels like a year ago.
Yeah.
They showed it off, and then we haven't seen anything. You know, like, which is a bummer. The foot soldier looks cute in the package. I almost bought one a couple times, but I put it back. If they were $10, I'd do it. Yeah, me too.
They used to be, right? Wasn't it when they first started? It was a little bit less.
They were, I think, $11.99, and now they're $18.99 or $17.99, I think.
To be fair, the price of plastic did go up, but it's not necessarily $7.
You're correct, Collectin. I was really surprised by Mezco.ca. I could see them making Shredder. That would be very cool, Neil, and I kind of hope that they would get that far. I have that weird inkling that it's going to be like the SH figure arts. We'll get the 4 turtles and they'll be like, I'm moving on. Or we'll get like a prototype for a Shredder or a Splinter or something else, and then we'll never get it in hand. Sure, they showed stuff that is closer to being released in 2027, man. At the rate they're going, it's a bummer.
Here's what I'll say too with the IDW, with the Last Ronin stuff, is that it seems pretty evident, I guess. I mean, they haven't acknowledged, you know, some of the other IDW figures at this point yet. But if they're having more additional, and it's not just specifically the Last Ronin, and they have, I feel like we might be seeing some from there as well in the not too distant future.
Yeah, as far as the Mirage, IDW, all that stuff, like, I think it's only a matter of time. Like you just said, like, there's a bunch more coming. When will we see it? Probably once they get through the first like 35 figures that they showed off at this show, you know, like that are still in production. I thought it was hilarious that Mr. showed off 89 Batman. Yeah, that's just salt in the wound at this point. Ooh, a NECA Lord Drag. That would be dope.
Yes. To me, it's Drag and Mung. It's kind of like a, you know, or a high tech. Either one of those two together.
I'll believe.
You gotta get that thing in his head though.
Yeah, like I'll believe it when I see it. Dave will get his Mezco turtles at his retirement party. What are you talking about retiring? I'm on YouTube, baby. I can go till the day I drop. Oh, that's sad to say. I would love to see NECA do some IDW lines, those versions of Bebop and Rocksteady. Dude, I would love a solid IDW line in general. Just, you know, like give the 4 turtles, give us all the mutants. You know, the Mighty Beach animals from IDW would be
100%. Well, okay. All right. Top 8. No.
Oh, no, I think Dave's going to get the DST turtle. Mini-mates are a slippery slope. I tried to collect the 2012 ones when they were coming out, and I was like, what am I doing? These are literally going in a drawer. So mini-mates are cool. If I didn't have the space that I have, I probably would be collecting those because they don't take up a lot of space, and I like them because of that. But yeah.
I mean, that new one, would you unpack that? I mean, it's such a fun packaging for it.
The problem is I have the vintage VHS tape up on my shelf already, so it's like, you know. Oh, Sophie Campbell's Toka and Razar, yeah. Sophie Campbell's artwork in general, give those all to me.
Yeah. An excuse to have an enormous Toka and Razar. I mean, yes, right? Please.
Dude, an excuse to have an enormous Bebop and Rocksteady. Like, you think of those designs, it's like fudge. Or Slash, holy crap. An IDW style Slash. Like, that, don't get me wrong. The Archie one, I was like, fuck yeah. And then I was like, oh my god, if they do an IDW one, I'm so screwed in the best way possible.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing with the 2012. That's the thing that frustrated me the most with that figure, was that it was, from when I first saw the pictures, I was like, dang, that looks fun. And then I saw it in hand, I was like, oh, that looks small.
Oh my god, dude. So you know me, I've done a couple upscales of some of those figures. I did Leatherhead. I'm doing the Creep right now. I'm actually Ryan Thomas in the chat printed it off. Very excited about that. But the next one I want to do is Slash, because I want to make that thing huge. You know, it's like, it's such a great sculpt, and it's such a bummer to see the waste of that sculpt, you know? Dave, I would be shocked if you still have shelf space in that room. I have some, not a lot, but some. Still think the covers stare down between Bebop, Rocksteady, Toka, and Raz are freaking mind-blowing. Yeah. I
learned that the Creep was loosely based off of Bloodsucker. My immediate thought with it was, you know, just off of Jason, or it was off of, you know,
I mean, it was definitely also an homage to like every 80s slasher movie, but
right. Yeah, but apparently they wanted to use Bloodsucker, but they thought that was going to be too scary.
Yeah.
And then you saw Creep, and it was like, if you're a kid and you're seeing that character, it's a little scary, you know?
I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. Dave has this whole ceiling of empty space. That's true. It's like a shelf if you have enough blue tack. Yeah, dude. So the funny thing was, the Creep figure was prototyped. Like, and actually the lead artist has it on his shelf. Like, he's shown it before. They made him. They made Zombie Shredder, and then they also made what I think in the 2012 series would have been kind of the Mighty Mutanimals of Ice Cream Kitty, Professor Chicken, and Spike.
Well, did they ever come out with Savanti? Never came out.
No, Savanti never came out. But that prototype is vanished. That's the interesting thing, is like so many of these went to the creator, and then like Savanti, that one has yet to kind of resurface.
Are you gonna do the Terror Bears too?
I don't know if I'm gonna do the Terror Bears. Like, A, space. B, I think the Dream Beavers were so much more ridiculous that I'm just like, yeah, okay.
They're pretty fun.
Oh, there we go. Dr. Cluckenstein, my bad door job.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun ones that would be fun to get from that line too. Okay, so IDW, if you had 8 top picks, the turtles themselves, it's locked in, right? We're gonna get the turtles. You know we're gonna get the turtles when that comes. So your top 8 that you'd hope to see right off the bat.
I mean, I gotta go Mutanimals. I need Cat, Old.
Old Hob? Old Hob.
Yeah, Old Hob.
Yeah.
Pigeon Pete. I want them all. I want Slash. I want that Mondo. Alapex. Let's go. Literally, it'd all be mutants. Like the human characters are fine and dandy like nuts and candy, but we're gonna have so many iterations of April and Casey wandering the shelves that my brain's just like, yeah. Like that Bebop, that Rocksteady, that Toka, that Razar, the
Sally,
Sally. Any of them, like Tune in Foot Leo.
Herman the Hermit Crab too would be fun.
Yeah, Herman, and I mean Herman's one of the Mighty Mutanimals, so I just kind of
you lump that in.
And I think that's the thing, is it's basically pick any 8 mutants from the IDW series because those designs are so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, because the brothers are locks, I lumped Jenica in there as well because Jenica is a turtle.
Lita.
Dude, about Venus. Venus is a character now in the IDW series, and
and those frogs. You get a bunch more of the frogs in this one too,
dude. Right? Oh my god, and they're cool looking. They're really cool looking. Herman with missile launchers. Sir, hell yeah, Chris.
What's fun too? You get the leather krang. You get the crane, the leather head with the krang in his stomach.
Oh god. Oh
yeah.
Yes. Again, it's that thing of like, I don't think I could say 8 and have it be the same order twice.
Yeah, I can see where you'd go with that.
What about you?
I mean, that's the thing. There's so many. I think Zodi is one of the ones I really like. It's kind of a newer creation.
Yeah.
That's the Scorpion character. I liked that Dreadmon that was in like the universe. Yeah. I like Madame No.
Fingers crossed, Ryan. Fingers crossed.
Madame No would be fun. There was that Hell Shredder would be kind of neat.
Dude, right? Again, there's just the fun part about that series is it takes from so many different sources and then creates so much new that it's so fun.
Oh,
it's just genuinely a fun and crazy dark universe. Metalhead, give me Metalhead.
All of the Pantheon, yes. Akka, I think, is the only one I don't care as much about just because of the look, but I'll take it.
Again, if it came down to that they were doing it, it's like, yeah, all right.
Oh, and Ocho.
And his 4 sons, that would be cool.
And any of like Bludgeon, Koya, Cry.
Koya, that design rules.
I'm trying to remember the name. I think it's Ocho, right? The big guy.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
That one would be freaking epic. That one needs to be.
The possibilities. I mean, again, it's the same thing when they were starting in the cartoon line, and the same thing when they were diving in. Like the movies were a little bit more contained because there is a finite number of characters who appear in those movies. I will say one that I was surprised we didn't see was Kino.
Just do that. It's not at a place to see it yet because we saw the 3D render.
But I was just saying I was surprised we didn't see a prototype for it because like my brain's going, all right, Kino, hell yeah, and literally right after that I'm like either before I really hoped for a Professor Perry, now it's going to be more difficult because now you're dealing with his estate,
right?
And a Paige Turco, April O'Neil.
Yeah, well, I mean, Chief Stearns
could be
another one that could be kind of neat too.
Carry with either 1 or 2. It's the same actor.
Right. I wonder if maybe they're waiting on the Vespa.
Maybe. I feel like they could have just thrown a stock Vespa underneath them from like something and just been like pending licensor approval.
Yeah.
But Nightwing, my buddy Graham in the chat says, will he be another Loot Crate figure? I hope not. That whole thing has been a headache. And I didn't even order them.
I get the feeling that they might try and change it around a little bit.
Crown Chuck and Dirtbag from IDW. That'd be wild.
Yeah. For the Loot Crate stuff, I think they might tweak it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, because the thing is,
go back to Club NECA.
Right. Right. You have it if you have it like where it's like a pre-order window on to their site or something.
Yeah.
All right, Shellheads, that's it for this episode. Don't stray too far from the Turtle Lair because our next episode is right around the corner. We have no doubt that you have some characters to top your list as well, so make sure to let your hopes be known and join the discussion in the comments below. And if you haven't already, make sure to sub up, give the video a like, and share it with anyone you know who would appreciate these types of videos. Also, make sure to check out the description for some other links that lead to some expanded similar content we think you'll also probably enjoy quite a bit. We realize you could have gone anywhere and you chose to nerd out with us, and we appreciate that. So, as always, I am Mr. Geeky, and until next we NECA Turtle Speeky, keep it geeky, folks.